We begin our trip with a brief overnight stay at Hong Kong Disneyland before we head on over to the Philippine Islands. Palawan Island, El Nido town to be exact. But before we get started, first the breakfast of champions, Star Wars, of course. Okay, now that we have that settled, let's get going. After over 14 hours of flying, all the way from sunny California, we now find ourselves at even sunnier Palawan Island, El Nido, and this from our balcony. And then decide we should take a closer look, go downtown, check out the action. Even with our jet lag, it was clear that we should perhaps consider living here permanently, even after our first day. But before we commit, we thought we should do some snorkeling and take a boat trip. And so the next day, that's exactly what we did.
Okay, now our video is starting. We're in El Nido, going through a lagoon with Mom, Niles, and Daddy. It's getting darker and narrower. Navigating up. This is what we're boating through right now. Yep, it's nice and peaceful now. And another boater is coming through. Okay.
Trusty leader.
Making sure we don't get lost in this maze. Uh-oh, which way do we go? Watch our heads here. I think I'll stop us from hitting that rock. Or I tried. And there's our boat. We're going back to the boat. Looks like we might have lunch there soon.
As if it were destiny, we all agreed that we should do it again. And sure enough, first thing in the morning, before anyone else gets up, Niles does his yoga. And then, it's back to the water. Otherworldly to say the least. But now we must board the very same plane that brought us to the island, taking us back to Manila. With the little time that we did have in Manila before needing to get on yet another plane, we decided to do a 3-hour food tour called the Big Binandu Food Walk Tour through the heart of downtown Manila. As Groucho Marx would say, we must be going. It was fun, the food tour, and this shot of our plane taking off, I tied myself to the belly of the plane at the chagrin of airport security with my iPhone, and I felt though I did a pretty good job. We finally arrived late in the evening in Hong Kong. The very next morning, get on the train, as seen here, and Niles insists we go straight to the toy market. Big shocker there. We then proceed, arguably, to the best coffee shop for a cappuccino, Coffee Roastery Lab. And Dad has his customary cappuccino, while Niles has some OJ. And then it's off to some serious sightseeing and checking out the parks. Now for a night out on the town, on the observation wheel, looking out over Victoria Harbor. Spectacular.
and there's either a war that's just broke out between Mother China and daughter Hong Kong, or there's a construction site right outside of the hotel we're staying in downtown Hong Kong. As you can see, they're over there working.
Yeah,
and if you look at my water very closely, I put the, you see the water shaking? That is not Niles jumping up and down, as fat as he is right now, from eating too much wonderful dim sum and other fantastic Hong Kong food, because he is a foodie that way. However, no, that is the entire hotel shaking from them drilling pylons into the ground outside of the hotel.
Finally out of our hotel and on our way to Causeway Bay in pursuit of yet more fine coffee at the Elephant Grounds Cafe. And two things you can never get too much of, as I learned from going to Hong Kong: coffee and construction. Well, it's getting late in the day and time for me and Niles to put on our tuxedos. No, okay, just our dress shirts. And get on over to meet Christine and her colleagues. But first, we couldn't resist this Star Wars exhibit. Okay, now time to get moving and get to the Isaiah Siamese Club restaurant with this incredible sky view of downtown Hong Kong. The next day, we went to Kowloon, took advantage of the sunny and clear weather, and captured this view of Hong Kong Island. Well, Niles ate the entire sundae himself, and I thought it wise to burn off some calories, so we took the MTR out to Sha Tin and visited the 10,000 Buddhas. At the foot of the mountain is Sha Tin Mall, and when we first walked into the mall, the first floor, Niles couldn't resist this Thomas the Train exhibit. And although I couldn't help feel like we went from the profound to the profane, it was still fun.
Thomas, choo-choo.
You want to get a picture next to Thomas? I'll turn off the video.
The very next morning, it was time to get on the tugboat back to San Francisco. It can't all be funny. Now it was time to get in the taxi, go to the airport. Well, bye for now, Hong Kong.